My name is Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Man, it's a gorgeous morning. The light on my face, the sun just came over the mountaintop like 5 minutes ago. It's a gorgeous morning. And right before I turned the video camera on, the coyotes, they run in packs. And when they're on something, like when they're on a kill or something, you can hear them. And they were just on something right there. I don't know how far away they were, but boy, you could hear it. When you hear it, it's an amazing thing. It happened on a live stream a couple times where people have heard it. So it's kind of a cool thing. Anyway, Mexico Lindo. Kind of dig this lighting. I don't know. Let me know what you think of it. This is salsa de chili, habanero. This is a green habanero chili sauce. And crazy as it is, the label, this label right here, with the nutritional facts, apparently the nutritional facts they have on the label weren't accurate, or they're not in English. There you go. They just word it in English, so they put this on here, so I guess they could sell it here, because if you're going to sell a product in America, it's got to have the ingredients in English, just kind of the way it works. So let me see if I can peel this off and see what's in this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. People, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. It's not. I'm not going to be able to read the ingredients. Matters not. Trained professional. This is what I do. Here's the problem I have with this sauce already. And I'm being honest with you, right? I'm a pretty objective guy. Like, I'm going to go into this hoping I like it. There's 2 times I have poured a bottle of sauce out during the video. Like, it was so bad I just went and dumped it. Once in the sink at the office and once outside off the porch. It was so bad. One of the 2 times, the color of the sauce was absolutely spot on identical to this. So inside I'm already going, oh, I'm looking around, where am I going to pour this if I don't like it? And listen, I want you to know, I'm sort of joking. I've had people say that I'm a lousy reviewer because I like everything. I don't, and it's really funny. I get, every once in a while, I get a comment that says, you like every video. You haven't watched them all if you think I like every product I review. Not even close. I've had some. You guys want to have some fun? Go look at the Noosa video. Noosa yogurt. They had a Serrano, something Serrano, and I'll be really honest. Part of it, I'm sure it was just a bad attitude I was having that day. But boy, anytime you think I'm just giving good reviews, guess again. In fact, just last week I gave kind of a rough review on, I don't want to bring up their name, but I said it was the saltiest sauce I've had in my life, ever. At least since I started the channel, in my life. And I didn't like it. Anyhow, hopefully I'll like this one. What a beautiful morning. Really is a beautiful morning. So the ride yesterday, I went to China yesterday, did a ride in China on my Yasul, and it was a deceiving ride. The first 15 minutes, flat, like I mean flat, right? But boy, after that, it was hilly, but it was very, very different kind of, that's really weird. Right. It was very different hilly than France or Switzerland or even, did I do Banff yet? There were a lot of these where when I was in France, it was just like this. I'd see a corner, I was thinking maybe I'll have a decline, like a downslope. And I'd make a turn and it would do this. And it did this for an hour, for 45 minutes. Oh no, that was a 30-minute ride. No, the France one was a 40-minute ride. or 45. Rough. Anyhow. Okay. I smell vinegar. The biggest thing I'm picking up is vinegar. I can smell the pepper, but I'm picking up vinegar, so it's going to be certainly vinegar forward. I wish I knew what the ingredients were. I don't like the color of it. I don't like the color of it at all. It has such a weird color. It looks like the slime from like Nickelodeon. It does. It just has a. You ever watch Ghostbusters? The slime residue that the apparition leaves on the wall looks like this sauce. I hope I like it. All right, Mexico Lindo Salsa de Chili Habanero Verde. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Shadow. This is JC. I like it more than, it's not bad. I really don't like the color of it. It's a horrible color. It's a little salty. I'm not sure if it's just acidic acid or something, but there's something giving it a kind of a citrusy bite on the finish. Could be vinegar, lemon or lime. I can't read it, so I don't know, but it tastes like that. Mild with burn. It's not going to light anybody up. So if you are a non-chili head, you'll still be able to enjoy this. I'm about to get my head. The sun's about to cut my head off. Not really a fan. I would never buy it again. It was $3.49. If you can see that. Here's the deal, you know, is it bad? No. Is it good? No. Is it memorable? No. It really isn't. I definitely would not buy it again. Yeah. It's not bad, like I said. It's just there's nothing memorable about it, nothing exciting about it, and I certainly wouldn't, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it. Just being honest. Hey, who wants to hear some silly, stupid trivia? I got some good stuff today. Anybody want to hear it? Because I kind of want to tell you about some of it. I got some good ones here. Let me see. Where did I stop last time? I think I stopped. Okay, here we go. Sorry, it took me a moment to find out where the pictures were because I hadn't deleted the ones from yesterday. Do you know the average IQ has been rising steadily each generation? Did you guys know that? IQ tests are continually made harder to keep the average at 100, believe it or not. Today's children that take tests from past decades are averaging significantly higher than 100 on the tests that they do today. All right, so there's their test. You get a kid today that will knock out an IQ test and bang out 100. Give him a test from 40 years ago, he's going to score higher. That's what they're saying. Do you know what your IQ score is? I know what mine is. I was between jobs. I told the story once on the. I was between jobs, and I went in and got, to get hired as a running a phone room, and it was really weird. They said, we like you, we think we like you for the job. You got to come down. There are a couple tests I had to take. I'm like, okay. I went down, and one of them was kind of like a Briggs-Myers test. One of them was a test sort of like Briggs-Myers. It was a test that was going to kind of tell them where my weaknesses are, where I'd fit best within their company. I kind of knew where it was anyway. But the second test was an IQ test. And the second he told me that, I'm like, nah, I'm set. I'm good. I walked out. I went home. I didn't have a job. I needed a job. I didn't want to know what my IQ was. That was the thing. I didn't want to know what my IQ was. So I went back and needed a job. They wanted to hire me. I just had to take that stupid IQ test. So I took the IQ test and worked there for a short period of time. I won't tell you what my IQ is. I'll tell you this. I was disappointed when I got the numbers. I won't tell you why, but I was disappointed. Anyway, listen. Put together, all the plastic that's on Earth has more mass than all of the animals, both on land and in the oceans. How do you figure that out? Listen to this. In Russia, complaining about winter is considered unpatriotic. Я говорю там по-русски очень плохо. The winter saved the country from you didn't know I spoke a little bit of Russian, did you? Listen, the winter saved the country from 2 major invasions. So extreme cold is something to be thankful for. That's how the thinking goes. That's a hardy people. I've been in Siberia in February. Kid you not, I spent a couple weeks in Omsk, Siberia in February. Theodore Roosevelt was surprisingly progressive for his day. In his Harvard undergrad thesis, he said there were, are you ready? Quote, no question that women should have equal rights with men, end quote. And he didn't think married women should assume their husband's name. It's pretty cool. He was a stud. I'll tell you what. He was there. We wouldn't have parks and protected national parks around the country if it weren't for him. He was great like it. Outside, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody tell me. Ghostbusters, did you see it? It got its name almost accidentally. Listen to this. Columbia couldn't get the rights to the name from Universal since there was an old TV show called The Ghostbusters. So by chance, an exec involved with the movie left Columbia during production and became the head of Universal. And he allowed Columbia to use the name. It's kind of cool. This is a very interesting one. This one, I've heard of this before, actually. On the Western Front in World War I, both sides regularly scheduled truces for meals and bathroom breaks. At least Germans did. And they did this a lot with the French and the British. All very, we had a deal. Hey, I gotta go to hey, settle down. Don't do this to me again. Stop it. I'm almost done. Quit it. But the Germans did this with the French and the British, but rarely with the Canadians, because apparently the Canadians were incredibly bloodthirsty. This is the one, I'm almost done. Please chill, dude. I'm almost done. But listen to this. Koala fingerprints nearly are identical to human fingerprints. He left. I can relax now. See the sun? It's doing a number on me now. Koala fingerprints are nearly identical to human ones. This is the thing that blew me away. That bird's coming back. At one point, Australian authorities were pretty concerned that koala fingerprints were messing up criminal investigations. And there's 2 more, and we're going to wrap it up because I'm going into the dark. The deepest hole that's ever been created on Earth by the hand of humans is 7.5 miles deep. It's the USSR Kola Super Deep Borehole, and it's the deepest part. And its deepest part is 9 inches in diameter. Okay, but it reaches a third of the way down into the continental crust. One of the borehole researchers' most amazing finds was that 2 billion-year-old rocks with intact organic compounds inside it. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? I'm not saying I don't, but I'm asking to you. I don't know. Listen to this. This is the one we're going to end on. This one was heartwarming. 2 donkeys that were together for 10 years in a Polish zoo. These donkeys loved each other, man. It was really cool. Anyway, they were separated by because there were complaints because they were mating in front of viewers. A petition was started. 7,000 signatures reunited the donkeys. And now you know. How cool is that? Someone said today, I said, now you know. And they said, now you know the rest of the story. You young people will not know that. Very, very few people will know that. But somebody brought it up in a comment. That was how a radio host, a famous, absolutely chill dude, he's back, Paul Harvey, we used to end every one of his radio's programs, and now you know the rest of the story. And I was a guest on a radio show that he was the host on when I was like 7 years old. Anyhow, in the description box, you're not going to see a link for that because I would urge you not to buy it. But you'll see all the other normal stuff. Right there is the boat, the bus. Right there is the boat. Here are all the challenges. And there's pepperology. Let's see if we can get the bird to talk. Go ahead. You can speak now. I'm done. Now he won't do it. Come on, we trained. We worked on this one. You know what you're supposed to do. Use your last chance. Say something. It's like the frog. Michigan J. Frog. Hello, my honey. Hello, my day. And then he'd pick him up in front of people and he just says, ribbit. We're working on this with this bird all week. Now he's sitting on the cactus. Not saying a thing, just sitting there. He's supposed to say goodbye. Kind of like the cat ends with my brother's channel. It's your last chance. Say something. All right. I'll be back on this afternoon. I'm going to eat a pepper. What I might do is eat a pepper during a long ride. I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat.